Welcome to JC's Stocks and Markets podcast for June 15th, 2024. I'm JC. I have been investing in the stock market for 40 plus years. My intentions with the podcast are to share my thoughts and opinions on some stock and ETF picks with an emphasis on dividend-paying securities. I just want to share investment ideas so that you and I can maybe make a buck. Not doing this for money from anyone. The opinions shared here are my own, and they are just that, opinions. I invest in many of the podcasts and ETFs that are featured in these podcasts. Disclaimer, do your due diligence before investing in anything. With that, let's go make some money. The stock we'll be looking at today is CVR Energy, ticker symbol CVI. It was founded in 2006, has 1,500 employees, and basically they're a holding company with two divisions, petroleum division and a nitrogen fertilizer manufacturing industry, but they're also getting into biofuels and some other, renewables for the energy transition. Because let's face it, government is pushing us that way, like it or not. Essentially, their refining is in. They have two refining locations in Oklahoma, and they have access to all sorts of oil. And those are near Cushing, Oklahoma, which is kind of the key area for refining and that sort of thing. And then their nitrogen fertilizer is further north in Kansas, and they also have renewable energy, which I believe is in Iowa. One thing to note about CVR Energy is that 2/3 of the stock on CVI is a ticker. I don't know if I said that or not, but is owned by Carl Icahn's Enterprises. That is the holding company of CVR Energy, CVI. What I do like about CVR Energy, CVI is the ticker. Again, I don't own it, but I'm looking at it because what they do is they're more or less, they're very, like a good board of directors would be. They're very financially, their acumen is in finance, and they want to maintain cash flow. They want to maintain balance sheet, and they also are looking at growing the business. And lastly, they maximize their distributions to shareholders. I have a slide that's coming up with that, and I think this is a little different than what I'm usually used to looking at. I'm usually looking at companies that have steady dividends, and this one has generally steady dividends, but goes up and down based on the profitability and cash flow. They're in a volatile commodity-driven industry, so it goes up and down a little bit. But some of the distributions are pretty spectacular. This company is really interesting in that respect, and I'll show you that in the next slide. The first two slides, just to note, are from the investor presentation from last month. And before you invest in this company, I would say go to their website. Look at that investor presentation. It's 30 sheets long, but it gives a pretty good overview of this company and where it's going and where it's been. But that would give you probably some really good information as far as making a good investment decision. I just picked out some highlights and showed them in this presentation here, but that's only a piece of the puzzle on where this company is going, and really the market analysis, which is pretty intriguing. This third slide is from Yahoo. Generally, what it is this is most recent from 2018 on the dividends that have been paid quarterly. And you can see it jumps around. It's been 75 cents, 80 cents, went back to more or less 40 or 50 cents, but they throw out some big quarterly dividends as cash flow and available cash is available. $2, $3, $2, $1.50. Those are pretty substantial quarterly dividends if you look at this. The stock is at 26 and some change. You're talking, 5 or 6% dividend in a quarter, and $3, more than 10%. it's just you know, if you hit it right with the market, and again, you have to pay attention, but you can really make some money on dividends here. This is a little different than what I'm used to investing in, but I'm looking at it. I don't have a position in it. Last slide shows a 2-year chart that I got from Yahoo Finance. As you can see, technically, we're at the lower end of the Bollinger Bands, and which is about $26, 26 and some change. The stochastics are definitely in oversold range, and it looks like the upper end of the Bollinger Bands is closer to $36 a share. I don't know if that it's going to get there, but if I'm looking at those two from a technical standpoint, and those are two key indicators that I use, it could be a pretty good chance to buy on the cheap here. So anyway, with that, thank you for paying attention and watching this podcast. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to provide information to people and give them ideas. The song for the intro and outro is a song I wrote in a band I used to play in, Just One Goat. Hope you enjoy, and happy investing. Appreciate your listening. See you next time. Bye now.
Not that beautiful, but I know my way back home. A loving purely physical, but I never have to roam. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. Everything is magical, even when she's not around. No, it's not that radical, I just know what I have found. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. She's making my life so much stronger. God, let me stay just a little bit longer. She's the one. Yeah, she's the one. Yeah. All